I asked Twitter what they thought about the Pokemon TCG Live Global Beta so far in the form of reviews, thoughts, rants, and critique to fuel my content machine. And if you'd like to further fuel my content machine, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on this video. So let's see what the wonderful people of Twitter had to say about Pokemon TCG Live's Global Beta so far. Senor Doom says the visuals. I can't get over the visuals.
Let's talk about the mail. Can we talk about the mail, please, Mac? I'm dying to talk about the mail with you all day, okay?
Complete side grade. Traded one set of bad avatars for another, and the UI, user interface, went from being inspired by early 2000s Microsoft to early 2000s Apple. Jonathan Lopez, also known as the sleepiest of droopies, said, I honestly think it's improved a lot, still needs work. The positives, the economy seems to be improved from earlier. I was able to build a Lugia V-Star deck in 30 minutes from login. The layout has improved, the game pace seems improved as well, matchmaking seems improved. Yeah, those are all fair points, Sleepy. The economy seems to be improved, so he was able to build Lugia in 30 minutes from login. They do give you a lot of stuff to build Lugia V-Star, which is a tier 1 deck right now. The bad part about that is everybody's just logging in and jamming the same exact tier 1 deck on the versus mode. And matchmaking, I'm not sure if it's improved or if there's just more people playing now, so I'm not sure if that's really an improvement on their part or if there's just more people actually using the game now. Kieran Wagner, representative of Team SMC, said that the mobile UI is super solid and gameplay feels smoother than expected. So do note that a lot of people are trying this either on desktop or mobile or maybe in between on like a tablet, and probably not every platform. So some of the opinions and reviews will vary based on the platform they're using it on. I do think that mobile has a better experience than desktop. Kieran said, definitely isn't a product that's without its bugs, but far more functional than I expected, and the new economy is a massive step up. I see enough promise to reserve negative judgment for a few more patches. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Should we be reserving our negative judgment and seeing where they go with it, or should we just be giving them heck? Our friendly neighborhood Tricky Jim, Andrew Mahone, said that Pokemon TCG Live is a brand-damaging experience for the Pokemon franchise and makes me want to log off and stop playing Pokemon cards. The animations are jarring, menus awkward, avatars hideous, and deck builder not intuitive. The art direction is uninspired and soulless. Andrew fit so much into 256 characters. Tell us how you really feel, Andrew. Yeah, I mean, Andrew feels very heavily about this, and a reason why I respect Andrew's opinion is that, much like myself, Andrew went into PTCG Live with high hopes, expectations, and wanting to enjoy the game. Because if this is a good game, if this is a good software to play the Pokemon trading card game on, it only becomes better for Andrew's career and for the game that he passionately loves, both as a hobby and part of his career. So he had every reason to love the game. And I know he tried to find good things about it, but it really is, not, yeah, his tweet said it all. I don't even have to say anything else. John Bergman said the performance is terrible and my mobile device gets extremely hot as the battery is drained to deliver low quality images, lackluster graphics, and jarring animations, clearly not built on a gaming platform standard. Yeah, I mean, if your device is burning up and your battery's being drained for the lowest quality trading card game app you've ever seen, what's the point? It needs a bit of a facelift, I'll admit, but I'm just so excited to be able to play TCG on my phone. Aside from the obvious stuff, I'm really enjoying it. My only critique that no one mentions is to teach us more about dusting and have some additional tutorials on menus. Oh, sure, yeah, we just need a tutorial that tells us, hey, so there's an exploit that celebrations codes are the best to buy because it's a small set, so what you're going to want to do is go hunt down celebrations codes on eBay or third-party websites, and buy those and then scan them in and then open those packs, and then you'll be able to get whatever cards you want. We just need that kind of tutorial in the beginning of PTCG Live, right?
Have you gone mad?
Jordan Hamilton says PTCG Live is better than PTCGO. The cards are more accessible, crafting is amazing as well. There are more bugs in PTCG Live, but it will get fixed over time. Very promising game. I'll probably be touching on this in a future video, but I don't think just because they give you some cards, it makes the game good. PTCGL has been a great experience for me. While some aspects of the beta testing aren't the best, actually being able to get multiple viable decks to play with online without dropping money on codes for a broken trading system is amazing. Again, the positives that I'm hearing are just
Money!
that they're not making you go through a convoluted trading system to get decks to play with. That like that should be the bare minimum, not like the thing that everybody's raving about. Little Dark Fury says still a lot of work to be done to make it the premier online PTCG experience. The new gameplay update they did was a big improvement. I will agree, it was an improvement from what they had before. Is it great? That's up to you guys to let me know in the comments down below, but it is an improvement. My first time trying to collect rewards got a lot of error messages, then I logged in with 70 plus packs as it redeemed multiple. So at least the buggy start was in my favor. Yeah, I think the buggy starts for people, that happened because players were trying to log in while maintenance was either finishing or starting back up, or they were in the middle of maintenance and launching and everything. So that part I don't think is happening anymore. Luckily, I think that part's over, all of the login errors. So at least the buggy start was in my favor. Hate drag and dropping constantly to select things. Entry decks seems solid. Collection management seems bad. Very fair points here. Saucy Psyduck says, I was unable to complete the tutorial because it was broken. I'm all for extended betas, but this beta from day one has seemed so poorly run, executed, that it really doesn't give me confidence in the development of the game itself, even given another year in beta. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'd think that management or the team or somebody would not let the world see a Pokemon product that has gotten so much bad press and so many bad reviews for good reason, because it's been a mess since it was supposedly going to come out last year and then got pushed back and then turned into limited beta. And you know, it has been poorly run and poorly executed. I don't think anybody can disagree with that. So this is a very valid tweet. For the win, TCG says PTCGL is okay, nothing special, but nothing terrible. Given it's been in beta for so long with the changes we've seen, unless the rate of improvement grows, I struggle to see how it can become great anytime soon. Ultimately, I'm just as concerned as I am hopeful. I really like this take because it also describes how I feel. I'm concerned, but I am hopeful. If tomorrow PTCGL made massive strides and fixed all the things that I was upset about and kind of qualmed my worries, then I would be glad. I wouldn't be mad that PTCG Live was good. I don't want it to fail. I want it to be good. I want it to be good for the game and my career and people enjoying playing Pokemon cards. So I want it to be good. That's not the problem. I won't be mad if PTCGL becomes a massive success. So like For the Win said, I'm concerned as I am hopeful. Playing Pokemon TCG has never been easier. Love playing battles while having any short free time. That's a great point. I will say that this is, again, kind of accepting the bare minimum. It's like we have Pokemon TCG on our phones. The app sucks, but at least it's on our phones. That's kind of what I'm hearing from a lot of people. Like, they're happy that they got a free tier 1 deck and that they can actually play it on their phones with an official app made for the phones. But like, I think a development team outside of Pokemon could probably just make a better experience app for playing Pokemon TCG on phones that people would enjoy even more. So like, I think people are so used to just taking the bare minimum from Nintendo and loving it because at least they have it, when it's not even a good product. But, if people are enjoying it, I'm not trying to take that away from you. I like the sound effects and unironically think they add to the experience more than people are giving them credit for. And apart from certain things like promoting a new active Pokemon, the amount of click and drag is fine, and getting a tier S deck on login will never be bad. The Charizard Lounge says mobile review. Deck management on mobile is amazing, gameplay feels fine. Greedy in-game economy, mediocre field layout, graphics look like bleep, burns 12% of the battery on an iPhone Pro for a 10-minute game. I think my phone is about to catch fire, and the app freezes and has to be closed out if you go out of it to use some other app for a couple of minutes, which isn't good for a mobile app to do. This is a big repeated experience. Yeah, that is super fair. Ricardo Toddy touched on a few things in this little thread he made. I feel that PTCGL is moving in a great direction, but certain things need to be changed, some of them with a certain urgency. An improvement in the crafting system. It would be possible to dispose It may be possible to dispose of useless cards or craft credits too, even if in smaller quantities. Forcing to have 4 copies of the card is bad, in my opinion. So you can't choose to get rid of cards that you don't want anymore, like you could in Hearthstone, for example. The fact that the cards are facing you and not following the molds of a real table or ptcgo bothers. Yes, I agree with that. Third point would be an improvement in ranked matches pairing, where we would only face players within the same or similar score and not from master leagues. Yeah, the ranked ladder is not even a ranked ladder. It's literally, the ranked ladder is like a versus mode. It's like Fisher Price's baby's first ranked ladder. That's what PTCG Live is for me. It's like if you wanted to buy a pack of Pokemon cards and you go to Rite Aid and you find like Pocket Man cards and they're all like bad knockoffs. That's what the ranked ladder reminds me of, compared to literally any other ranked ladder in the industry. And the last one would be a dream, would be the option to be able to save replays just like in Master Duel. This would be an excellent tool even for them as a company to be able to hold more online tournaments, and for us content creators. Yeah, replay and spectator mode, like these are things that are not huge asks, but they seem like impossible. They seem impossible to even hope for, in my opinion. Building a deck is easy. Scanning code cards on mobile is a breeze. The battle animations are very nice. I haven't tried scanning code cards on mobile yet, but I do think actually getting the cards, if you migrated your account and you have a lot of credits, or you don't mind waiting and grinding a little bit, actually getting the cards is a little bit of an easier process, but there's still workarounds and there's still too much unintuitive things that a new player or a kid they're not going to understand how to get more cards. Like, they're not going to know that you have to go to a different website and buy code cards, and you have to buy specific sets of code cards and then scan those in, and like, too many workarounds for actually getting the cards. The deck builder on mobile is beautiful, I think. Maybe not beautiful, but it's good. The deck builder on mobile is good. The deck builder on desktop, I don't even want to look at it. The battle animations and sounds and everything, yeah, they're getting there. They're pretty good. Okay, this one's a little funny, a little PTCGL is for poor people. I get super jealous when I watch people like Azul play PTCGO, but it's too expensive. The only reason people play PTCGL is because they can afford decks there. It's the common man's PTCG game. I mean, David here has a point that people are playing PTCGL because you can get a Lugia deck when you sign in, or you get these pre-made decks when you sign in. And they're it's like they're taking these free digital cards being easy to obtain as and then they're forgetting about all of the ways that this game just fails compared to every other game in the industry. So like, a little David definitely didn't sugarcoat it. And I'm also not agreeing that it's for poor people, but I think people who don't want to spend money on digital card games are going to like PTCG Live at first because they get a free tier Omega S deck when they sign in. Oh, this is a good review. My migration failed. Now I'm sick in limbo. I think they meant stuck in limbo. Oh, goodness. Profit here says it perfect. It nailed the concept of a low barrier to entry. Everything else is just that bit too unrefined, though, and I think they need a larger dev team. We got David here again. The UI, user interface, in menus is so bad I get frustrated before even starting a game. It's so ugly and confusing. Christopher says the deck builder is horrible, the experience is quite complicated all around, and not very intuitive. The Voodoo Child TV says the gameplay is great because Pokemon is great. I agree. The free decks are amazing, the crafting is great. However, the deck builder is bad, the game board is boring, the ranked ladder is not a ranked ladder, amen, and the scans of the cards resolution of the game on PC is terrible. Yeah, you'll just get a card that pops up and it's blurry for no reason. Rare Candy TCG says overall it shows promise. It has a great foundation laid with the new crafting system, generous battle pass rewards, attractive user interface, etc., but the insistence on click and drag functionality really drags down the gameplay. It's a few tweaks and quality of life improvements away from making me migrate. Okay, Rare Candy seems to like the game more than myself and others. Mari Makanami says the game needs to be scrapped and reworked, or just improve PTCGO with ranked. PTCGO honestly isn't all that bad as everyone makes it out to be. Oh yeah, PTCGO isn't bad, it's just old. But I think the community has said that forever. If you just added a real ranked mode to PTCGO and replaced trading with crafting, then PTCGO would be a better game than PTCG Live. That's the main issue. It's like, if we can make an 11-year-old game better by just adding a ranked mode, and then it's just objectively better than PTCG Live, then there's something wrong with PTCG Live. Kyle Whimsicast hit this one on the head for me, and we'll end it with this one. Putting a 3x clip speed on animations and bribing people with free meta decks doesn't fix any of the issues that make what it is still an incredibly flawed game that is not fun to watch. Amen, Kyle Whimsicast. Tell it like it is. We're going to end it there, but let me know in the comments down below what you all think about Pokemon TCG Live. I will have more of my own opinions later on, so subscribe for that. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. I'll see you next time here on Celio's Network.